Well, plenty of silicon this time. Carbon's looking a little bit awkward, though. There is plenty of dry ice. Something to think about, for sure. Ooh, wow. Look at all this. Look at this ridiculousness down here. There's not a lot of aluminum down here. But everything's kind of workable in a weird way. Don't really want to do that, but it's possible. Yeah. Yeah, I ruin games, I know. I'm the worst map person ever. It's all my fault. How could I have been so terrible? I'm really tempted by this, guys. Oh, come on. Seriously? I started talking about how I wanted to do it, and so it got taken out from under me. Oh, man, that's annoying. All right, tell you what. We'll just do that. And we'll do what? Is he going into iron? Plenty of iron? Kinda. He's got a little iron. He hasn't taken the other iron yet. That's just weird. You know what? I'm just going to do dumb plays. We're going to do this. And see how it goes. We got a little water to sell down. That's nice. He took that long to get that iron down. That is just so weird to me. I don't know why he would have made that decision unless he just didn't have the cash somehow, but that doesn't make sense. He would have had to be like sitting on aluminum and deciding that that was worth more than the iron production, effectively, right? That would have been what had to be happening there. Effectively, sitting on the aluminum and steel instead of selling them in order to be able to put down the mine and the steel mill, something like that. It's just weird. Alright, let's grab what? Let's grab this guy because it's closer to the base in particular and it's still pretty good. That silicon I don't want. I want that silicon. I'm going to take maybe another aluminum mine to help out. And then I've got one tile left. That could go at a geotherm, but I didn't... Yeah, okay, there's a couple. Just grab that up. I guess it could also just go at steel, right? I can just send it to another steel mill. That's probably better. There we go. Oh, 20,000. Do I want to go for 24? Probably not. My debt's a little silly, but the reason I went for 24 isn't because I wanted it for 24. It's because I saw Asimov was the 20, and I figure, okay, he already has a lot of debt. If he's willing to push to 20, he probably doesn't care that much the difference between 20 and 28. He decided on it instantly. So I was like, if I get it for 24, okay. But if I get it for 28, we can give him crazy debt. And maybe that'll be alright. Maybe that'll work out. I'm going to grab this. It's 2,000. Sounds entirely reasonable to take a 2,000 claim to me. And we're going to use that actually on a geotherm. Now, I probably should have bought up some glass by now, but hopefully that's alright. I'm just going to have to keep a close eye on steel from here on out, basically. Make sure steel doesn't at any given point just start drastically losing me money, and I should be okay. I'm trying to mostly sell down water to pay for it, but I definitely don't have enough just water coming in for that. So I'm going to have to sell down aluminum as well. But maybe with just that little bit, I can push toward the expansion. I just have to watch these guys. They're almost to the point of losing money. So we're going to need to turn them off in a moment. Don't know if I really want to swap out of them, even though that is an option. Not quite yet. Not at HQ level 2. I already committed to them. We're going to try and make it work okay. This guy has so much steel production down. Jeez, that's ridiculous. Okay. Alright. Still, yep, there they go. He just expanded HQ 3 off of all of his steel. Shouldn't be any real surprise. Man, it is really tempting just to do that. It cuts off his iron for the moment as well, but it cuts off his steel, which is what I care more about. And it cuts off his steel more than it cuts off his iron, so maybe we can just turn our steel back on instead of having to get rid of it, is the basic point. Speaking of getting rid of stuff, that water did not work out. Not even a little bit. I guess we'll sell down just a little bit of steel. There it is. Give me that. That took a lot longer than I was expecting, just because steel got annoying earlier than steel usually gets annoying, is a lot of what it came down to. Now, I'm going to want to put down a geotherm, maybe 2 geotherms, but I don't think there are 2 left, unfortunately. We're just really low on geotherms this game, and Asimov made a real point to grab up 2 of them, whereas I only got 1. I guess I can bid on this. I'm not going to be trying to make money on power.
16,000. 20,000.
Let's go ahead and just throw that guy down right there.
24.
Yeah. That was another situation where I doubt I'll get it for 24, but I bet we can push to 28, you know? So that worked out alright. Let's go ahead and just get these down to make some money. Oh, come on. Work with me here.
The black market is online.
Aluminum is basically our only source of cash right now. Much as I would love to be kind of a jerk with it and punish the people who didn't take a whole lot of it this game, it's not really an option, from what I can tell. Not for me, not with what I've done already. Come on, you guys can do it. There we go. That was a nice little bump, which is good. Pirates are available this game. Definitely some... Oh, there's another geotherm over here that Clark actually grabbed. That's weird to me. Geotherms always feel like such an expansive tool to me. I'll be honest. Just, it screams expansive. This idea that, well, you don't have to pay that much for bits of it. This is just silly. It's just silly how expensive we're letting steel be this game. And Clark's even just sitting there, just chugging away on steel, which is just fantastic for him. Asimov committed to 4 mills, which I was not expecting at all. I guess I can transition away from it, finally. May as well. The question is, what do I go into? Food is, I mean, none of these are great, since somebody else is in them, but they can work. I guess I'll just hit the food for now. On top of that, there's dry ice I could collect if I want oxygen in particular. Speaking of all these things, I should really have done that a while ago. That's what happens when you drop pirates, guys. Nothing. Remember that. It's important. Frustrating. I should really put that geotherm down a long time ago. I really wish my pirates would do things. Just a thought. Just a concern that I've got. You know, a little bug report. Pirates don't do anything. Just a small detail. Glass died so fast. I guess it's because this scavenger also went into glass. I'm letting steel get expensive because the scientist has pushed ahead of us in upgrades. I'm trying to make some money on this aluminum so I can get enough steel and just maybe push to that upgrade, but it hasn't been enough yet. Power surge, not really going to be able to do a lot with that. Let's turn the water back on. Oh, come on. This is what I get for turning things off. This is why I so rarely turn things off, because I almost never remember to go back and turn them on. I thought I'd be at HQ4 by now, easily. Just didn't work out that way with iron in this game in particular. It's that scientific thing, though. Ignoring that iron price helps out. Oh, look, we did something. We stole a little bit of fuel. Not even worth a whole lot.
The black market is online.
It only took forever. That's what I get for transitioning out of steel. Because if you transition out of it and you don't have enough to make the push, well, you can be in a lot of trouble. And I did not. I'm just too spread out. How did you recover all that debt that brilliant? I guess it's just those geotherms. Pretty sure he even mutinied one to help out, paid down all kinds of debt. Now I'm in the terrible spot this game. I'm the one sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And it's pretty darn awful. At least my pirates finally did something. Let's grab a little more silicon. Not going to be able to control it, but we can at least do something with it. Little dry ice. Maybe just 3 dry ice. Maybe that'll work out okay. 3 dry ice. Let's go for it. And then a solar panel. Alright. Well, we have some stuff down. It's the best I can say about it. We've got some stuff. I need a hacker array, I think. Hacker arrays are kind of important buildings, usually. Don't really want to sell down glass unless I absolutely have to. I guess I can wait out that shortage. Don't really want to wait too long on it, but... the people buying into it and such. Okay. That was weird. That was a really late buy into that shortage. I was not expecting that. Grab the tile. Cover it up. Hacker array. You are making so much steel. It's crazy. Well, I already attacked him once. Probably shouldn't do it again. Not with the scavenger and the scientist in such great positions in a lot of ways. Yeah, he just wants more. He just wants more. Uh-huh. Alright.
Scientific colony expanded.
Reasonable. Glass shortage. I'm sitting on a bunch of that, but unfortunately I still want to use most of it long term. So I don't know exactly how helpful this is going to be, especially with Offworlds being so good. I guess what it says is maybe I could go back to making glass instead of steel, but... Or more likely, instead of food. Sheesh. Let's do that. Sure. Why not? Let's see, this scientist is working on glass, so I'm going to grab some pirates again. Nothing too complicated about that. I wish I had this spot. I wish I'd just been a little bit faster. Well, aluminum's ridiculous. And if I don't need the money from it immediately, then I can just kind of sit on that ridiculous aluminum price. I could even try hacking it. Thing is, I really just want to rush to HQ5 as fast as I can. Which makes all that a little bit less viable. I'm just going to surplus iron. To make my life a little bit easier. What was that? Somebody... You hacking aluminum? Somebody just bought so much aluminum. Maybe it was just off this upgrade. I don't know. That was crazy, though. It was ridiculous. Tell you what, I could just start spamming aluminum shorts. For giggles, primarily. Hoping that long term it'll be okay. I don't know why I would surplus iron. Maybe what I should do instead, realistically, would have been surplus steel and then just stop making steel, right? Who cares at that point? Just surplus steel all over the place. This is so that I don't have to transition. Why do I care about transitioning if I just make steel mega cheap? Everybody else is already HQ5. All they get off of it is cheaper Offworlds. I mean, come on. It's pretty silly, actually. It's pretty silly. Dumb stuff. Alright, well... I might catch aluminum with this, and that's not really what I'm aiming for. On the other hand, aluminum is really expensive. So maybe that's okay. I'm just going to toss that down there. What is going on over here? Yep. That's all fine. I can sell down a fair amount of that now. Upgrade. Sell. Whoa, water's going nuts. Somebody just bought a ton of water. I'll just go ahead and take the tiles, though, since they're linked up. I don't really have to care. As far as I can tell. See, I'm heading for that aluminum shortage. Maybe I will be able to utilize that in particular to help push to an Offworld and be in an okay spot. Unfortunately, these guys are probably sitting on ridiculous numbers of Offworlds. All kinds of silly things like that. Well, those are just doing chemical production, which I don't even really care about, if I'm honest. What did I get? 120 glass off Clark. I will take it. I will take that money, thank you. Clark, you're going to have to defend yourself. You're a scientist. You go for it. You've got it. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Alright. Claim that tile. Offworld. Go ahead and grab that too. Just to be careful as I can. Buy 100 electronics. Really should transition into electronics production before long, I think. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate timing. I don't even know why somebody froze my water like that. When water's not all that good all of a sudden. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. I don't know why I bid on that either. That was dumb. Let's see, chems are silly. Silicon's down to $5. I really shouldn't have these be what they are, where they are right now. I'm just going to get rid of them. Maybe move some power over here. Yeah, water's doing dumb things. Somebody bought pretty heavily into water there. Grab you. Do that. Do that. Oh, man. Somebody probably saw that. Oh, man. Turn these off. Don't even think about them for one more second. Just get rid of them. Move in there. See, that's fine. Farms are fine. Electronics might... No, electronics are surplusing. Never mind. Forget it. Not even thinking about it for one more second. Somebody else just built an Offworld. I have 2 claims left that I really should be utilizing. One of them's going to go into glass there. One of them... I could move into more aluminum, but that just sounds dumb. Doesn't it just sound dumb that I should take more aluminum at day 6? Yeah, I'm just not doing it. Forget that. We could just do food. We could just do food. Kind of ended up in an awkward spot. A little bit vulnerable, maybe, but not the end of the world, hopefully. Did that actually go? Yeah, that actually went. Okay, we're good. I had just enough money. Queue up another one. It's fair, Clark. It's fair. I really should be hologramming or spying on more things, because he might have one for all I know. There might be another one down here. I'm just going to drive this price up ridiculously.
Our hackers have compromised the trading servers.
Oh yeah, there's that. Okay, we found it. That's good.
We're not surprised, just disappointed.
Hit that guy. Okay, I think that was an aluminum short, if I remember correctly. Okay, we're just going to surplus auction, because we do have 2 Offworlds. Maybe we can make it work okay. Yep, right through mine.
Look at all the money.
No big surprise there. Don't really want to mess with Bradbury unless I absolutely have to. I also don't know if he's got a second Offworld or if it's just that one. It looks like he might have another one building here. That seems most likely.
Look at all the money.
Alright, how are we doing? How are we doing? How much money are things making? Yeah, glass really isn't so good. I'm going to move into electronics and then maybe one engineering lab, try and make that work. Everything else is kind of okay, I guess. I am sitting on a fair amount of money here with 2 Offworlds launching. Not in a bad position, necessarily. Yep, there it is. It's right there. Popped up for a second because... bug. I really wish holograms worked just a hair better than they do, if I'm honest. Start on that. Yeah, I don't really want that, actually. Like, it's okay. It's not absolutely necessary. I'm gonna grab a mutiny and sit on it for the time being. How much money do you have? Not a lot. I'm just gonna get aggressive against our expansive friend.
Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Knew that was coming. Put a stop to it just fine. No problem. Let's get some electronics research going. Looks like our scavenger friend is hacking that as well, potentially. We don't have spies everywhere, so we can't see literally everything, but we can get a good idea, nonetheless. Alright. Unfortunately, we are getting hit by mutinies from multiple people, because isn't that just life? Who hit me with that first one? Asimov did, and then this one was probably Bradbury. Just at a guess. He's got a defended Offworld there. No, it was Asimov again. He just queued up 2 of them. Or I guess he just didn't use one for a while. Things like that. Hit that there. Sell down. Look at all these freezes. How wonderful is that? Did I... no, I don't even know. Well, the EMP got me, guys. The EMP got me. I don't know what else to say about it. He is actually ahead of us on cash, which is a serious concern. Steel is doing quite well. And part of it is just that he's sitting on that steel. He never moved out of it, not 1 inch. So it's working out well for him. The dust storm is hurting us quite badly, since we're relying on dry ice condensers quite heavily. I'm going to move into more of them, actually. Try and make sure I stay okay. I don't know if that's the right call. It's probably not. I should probably just be doing that. I'm trying to make that better. I should stick to that plan, probably. Got to make sure I'm consistently using that black market every moment it's available. Grab another mutiny up. Well, I'm still launching. I mean, I'm not out of it. I'm just scared at this point. His stock price is still much higher than mine because of debt, I have to assume. He doesn't have almost any. Power's been doing very well for him this game. The fact that he took 3 geotherms and just sat on them the whole time. That's worked out very fortunately for him, especially with these dust storms. I hate dust storms. I think they should be removed from the game. That is always going to be my statement on that fact. Dust storms are absolutely wrecking me right now. Why? Because screw you. That's why. It's not a good enough reason. Sorry. Okay. 18 seconds till we can potentially utilize a mutiny. That should be helpful. I could get into another one of these, I guess. There's a little weird shortage going on right now, but with carbon this expensive, we can go for it. Asimov's halfway to buying us. We are not yet halfway to buying him. I'm actually going to be really pissed if I lose this game, if I'm being honest. I'm going to be really pissed. Grab that. Start a third one. Slow down strike. That is painful.
Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Hopefully that will help. Okay, 554 is what we need. Hopefully we've got it. No real guarantee, but maybe. Maybe we'll be okay. 299 out of 559. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. The food is not so good. Maybe I could move it around. At least it's not losing drastic amounts of money because of the dust storm anymore. That was something I should have thought about and didn't for a long time. I'd love to get out of power and back into silicon, but silicon is so expensive that it doesn't feel particularly viable in a lot of ways, I suppose. Herbert's still not making electronics, which is great for us. He's just sitting on water the whole time, which I guess could work out okay for him, but we just have so much cash now. Sorry, not Herbert, Asimov. I'm Herbert. What am I saying? 579. There's another EMP. We knew those would be painful. Just trying to outlast them, basically, and hope that the Offworld launches will carry us through. The farms are doing okay. They're not great. The metal mines are still, you know, the kings. Wow, Clark actually managed to survive. And take it. That's really interesting. 30k is what we need. He does not have a lot of debt to pay down. Hopefully we've got it in a moment with this Offworld launch. Come on, give it to me. There it is. Alright, that's 4 Offworlds launching now for us. 4 Offworlds launching should be more than enough to be okay. These reactors are absolutely dreadful, and I cannot believe I have to deal with the fact that they exist. However, I can move into steel pretty easily. I definitely want to move into steel. Steel's only $33, but I'm going to move the rest of these around, is my basic thought process. I'm moving the rest of these around. I'm getting some of them into electronics factories. Steel is going to pop up in price at least a little bit as I transition everything right now, and so I want to do a little bit with that. Keep going on electronics. Let's upgrade oxygen to help out with those Offworlds. Keep shorts coming. Mutiny on an Offworld market. I don't really know what to do about that. I don't want to just leave it be. It is a lot of money to grab another mutiny, but I'm going to do it. Look, that should basically be the last mutiny of the game. Should. Not necessarily, but, you know, there's a good shot of it. More Offworlds over here. I need to attack them eventually, but there's no scavenger left in the game. Let's see. He's sitting on so much more money than I am. Man. I think he's managed to, like, prices have stayed so high, and I blame mostly the dust storms for that, that all of his research is absolutely insane. Look at how much research he's gotten done. And he managed to survive. That's ridiculous. I was expecting him to die to our scavenger opponent, but he has just been sitting on research for so long. He's just going to take it off that alone. It's just going to win it for him. He's got 4 Offworlds as well. It's not like I won any kind of race there. Man, how did he manage to survive taking that much research? That is nuts to me. I cannot believe that happened. Oh look, another dust storm. How fantastic. Screw you, dust storm. You don't deserve to exist as a mechanic. Awful. Awful nonsense. Hate dust storms so much. I'm making money. It's just not enough. I can pay down a little debt, not a lot. I'm barely halfway there. This is the stupidest garbage. I hate dust storms.
Offworld shipment
It's like, coming, dust storm. Yeah, well, what do you want me to do about it? It's not like I have an option to play around it. It's just going to sit there making everything awful. GG. Screw that. Well, I bought a lot of oxygen to sell Offworld, and that really shouldn't be a surprise. I did have the most useful Offworlds that game, or at least utilized them more than anybody else did. Probably should have switched to sending food at some point, but whatever. Well, he made more than I did. Selling a lot of oxygen and a lot of electronics. It's just that tech. 19 techs he got away with. I had 5. That's the end of it. He probably should have died to Year-End. Year-End didn't go into tech. Year-End went after him. GameSlayer's stock price was D, as per usual. Unfortunately, it is far too easy to recover from a bad stock price. It always has been. It's actually one of the core things that I don't like about the game. How easy it is to fix your stock price. Most of the time. And GameSlayer utilizes that pretty heavily to win games. Oh well. Not much to do with the dust storms coming in. They delayed us far too long. On top of that, see, we really needed to rely on pushing to that buy quickly is the problem. The dust storms sweep in, they cut down. Look at this, look at this. I just want to like translate this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tiles that are hit by a dust storm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles that aren't. That was the situation I was in. Screw dust storms. They have no place in the game.